Team SnapString.
It's now buck season. What are we calling this buck? The funky buck? Yesterday was a good day. Jet had sat with me, it was probably 5-6 days ago, and he did a really good job of sitting still, but unfortunately, we didn't see anything. And so it was Quinn's turn to come sit with me. Quinn didn't do quite as good a job as Jet as holding still, but thankfully we were in a blind. It just happened to be so. We sat there probably for about 2.5 hours or so, and
I saw a deer, a buck, and then it came towards us. I saw it before that. I was kind of nervous and excited. My tummy was just shaking like crazy.
then like Quinn said, we saw the deer, the buck came out, and it was kind of up in the air about that noise in the background is my son Quinn. That's basically what it's like to sit with him in the ground blind. We came out, was trying to figure out if I was going to shoot it or not, and he stood broadside at 10 yards, right out in the food plot we got going. I actually set it up there last year and put my ground blind over it, kind of as a nice little setup. And we got some 7-card stud in it, I think some radishes mixed in it. It's kind of a goofy buck. It's got a real strong 4-point on one side. I actually let it go at 10 yards, standing straight in front of me. And then I saw it walk to our right and stepped in the opening of another window that we had open in there and fed there for just a little bit. And I saw a little curly cue coming off of him. And that was the decider that I was going to shoot it. So I waited for its head to put down the whole time. I'm telling Quinn to not spook this buck. He was trying to act like he was the one shooting it.
Oh, that's it.
So he's moving around. Finally, when the deer got out in front of us, he decided to hold still, which is good. And so the buck is straight away from where you're at right now, filming. And so I leaned over to the side and I get in a crease between the windows right here. And I drew back like this. Quinn's right here. He's nervous as all get out because he's worried about if I'm going to shoot through the blind or not. And then I came back like this and I was able to lean back just enough to let it rip and just punched it right out. It was only at like 7 yards.
And I had my eyes shut when he shot it. No, my ears shut. It went straight and then it fell down and got back up and then it fell down and then it died.
How far did it go, bud?
It was like 20 feet.
It was curious on what was going on in the blind, but never stopped, never spooked. It didn't even know what happened. And then it ran like 20 yards, tipped over, was doing the old wobble the whole way, and then got back up and then jumped into a thicket about 20 yards further, and that's all I had left in it. That's a done deal. A few days before, Jet was hunting with me.
And he said I'm lucky.
And
I was lucky.
Tommy was nice enough to take Paisley, and they got a doe that night, so it was a fun night last night.
But we beat Tommy.
And we always beat Tommy. Hey, gotta do a real quick thank you to all my buddies, all my friends on Team SnapString. Matt, who's kind enough to let us hunt on his land. We do a lot of work out there, and he is the kindest dude in the world. Brian, Adam, Ned, Jimbo, Bill, Tommy, who's behind the camera right now, always looking for good footage. Bowtech, Tibbetts Archery Advancement, Slick Trick, Maverick Blinds, Centonics. Also probably a little Miller Lite, doesn't hurt to be thanked there. My loving wife who allows me to hunt basically as much as I want to, which is very much appreciated. God bless, hopefully Tommy dials up some really good footage for you guys, and pretty cool buck. It is the buck of a lifetime. It is the biggest buck I've ever shot.
Bigger than that one?
His one side's bigger than that one, for sure.
So how is it the buck of a lifetime if it's not bigger?
Because I shot it with my son with me. And I got our Christmas card done.
Matt said this is the same deer you told him not to shoot last week.
I was thinking about that last night.
What's this one?
It's not the same deer. He's thinking about the 8-pointer. This is just a junk buck.
Junk.
Non-typical. Crazy buck. Jesus bless.